Hey, welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank you so much for stopping by today. The subject of my vlog today is the pros and cons of dating young women in the Philippines. I had talked about this before on a live stream, but we never got to it, so I wanted to address it today. Guys had asked me to, go more in depth about it, and I will. But first of all, let me welcome my new viewers and new subscribers. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I really appreciate it. I'll never take that for granted. Your kindness, your generosity, your support of my channel has truly been amazing. I'm a 58-year-old American who grew tired of the rat race and decided to move to the Philippines in search of a new life. Well, as you can see, I found that new life. And I just want to share with you my boots on the ground experiences the only way I know how, by giving you the nitty-gritty. Just exactly what I'm seeing, what I'm living, what I'm experiencing. I'm never going to sugarcoat it. It's not going to start today. The pros and the cons. I'm coming to you right now from Monica's place. This is a private residence that you can rent on Outweigh Island, which is about an 8-minute boat ride from San Carlos City. I want to give a shout out to You Dirty Puppy, and that's his name. That's what he calls that's his profile name. His family was here last month. He said, hey Calvin, I want you to go there. So he put us up for one night, and I want to thank you for that. And it's a beautiful place. I'm going to show y'all around, but not right now. I'll do another video just about this place. But let's be honest, when we think about the Philippines and, Southeast Asia, a lot of us guys, we start thinking about and dreaming about and fantasizing about being with young women. And when I'm talking about young women, I'm talking about somewhere like 18 to say 24. Because once they get over 24, they consider themselves old. Okay, I've dated them both. My girlfriend is 39. She was 36 when I met her. Okay, so I'm telling you from my experience, my boots on the ground experience. This isn't something somebody told me, okay, something I heard, Any story that I talk about, it's what I'm seeing, what I'm living, what I'm experiencing. And I'm only really going to talk about one pro because it's going to take over any kind that you going to experience. Because I'm not going to waste your time with all that other stuff. Oh, she's sexy, oh, she's, beautiful and blah, 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 this. But the first pro, and the only pro I'm going to talk about is, it's the wow factor. Every time you see her, this young, beautiful Filipina, you're going to say to yourself, wow. I don't care where it is. What did I put down here? I said, you get that, it feels like I'm dreaming experience. Every time you touch her, every time you're together and waking up to a young and beautiful Filipina, it never gets old. And I know some of you guys, y'all think I'm over the top because you've never experienced it before, but those who have can bear witness to what I'm saying. Let's be honest, guys. Most of us that come over here, we're 3s and 4s on our best day. Hell, we might be a 5 if we're casket clean and we're at somebody's wedding or something like that. They'll give us a low 5, but most of us are 3 and 4s when we come over here. So when you get with a yummy, I'm talking about a yummy 6 or 7 Filipina, somewhere between 18 and 24, she's going to light your fire over and over again. And it never gets old, guys. I promise you that. It's the wow factor. It's the thrill that you get because you're a 3. In your heart of hearts, you're a 3. No more than a 4. And you're in the mall holding hands with this beautiful young lady, straight out of your dreams, as a matter of fact, out of your best night, your best fantasy, man. And you just get that wow factor, guys. It overtakes any of these cons I'm going to talk about, but I have to talk about them because I give you the 360. I'm not going to, sell you a dream like J.H. tried to sell me a dream with them pictures he sent me with that Thailand versus Philippines. Man, I'm catching hell, Jay, from you sending me those Instagram pictures. Just send me some real 5s and 6s from over there, man, and we'll make another video. Because, hell, these women were so perfect that YouTube they uh, they flagged the damn video. You know, they said, hell, these women are too sexy. They're too damn beautiful. You know, you going against our community standards. So, but yeah, there's some cons. You know, be careful what you wish for, because you might get it. It's not all a bed of roses, man. Okay. So, the first thing I'm gonna talk about is there's a higher power involved when you're dealing with 18 to 24-year-old women. I'm just gonna be honest. I mean, and what this is friends and families who are coaching her on how to handle you, what to do, what not to do, how much to ask you for, when to ask you for it. So you're going to see her constantly on her phone. She's going to be, you know, you're going to think she's on Facebook. You're going to think she's on TikTok or something like that. No, she's talking to somebody, and they're telling her how to handle you. And now that gets old after a while, because it's like you're dealing with a robot. You know, with my son's mother, a lot of times they'll tell them before you meet. Right before you meet, they're going to run it down to her. But when they're that young, they're being coached, man. And it's going to take a while for you to finally break her off from that and separate her off from that. And once y'all get to know each other and she trusts you, she's going to leave all that behind. But that's a con. That's something that you're going to have to deal with from the beginning. Now, the second thing I'm going to talk about is nothing from nothing leaves nothing. She's so young that she knows nobody. She's never been anywhere. She doesn't own anything. She doesn't have any job. She has nothing. So you're basically starting from scratch. But remember, when you think about that wow factor over there and everything that comes with that wow factor, you're like, okay, well, I can deal with it. I just want to warn you that that's what's going to happen. When she meets you at the airport or wherever you meet, she's probably just going to have like a garbage sack. That's all the possessions she's got in the world. She's not going to be able to help you out or anything. Like when I came here, my girlfriend, she's connected. But hell, my girlfriend's 39. She was 36 when I met her. I didn't have to do the 14-day quarantine in the facility. I did it at home. I've already been fully vaccinated. We got our electric cut on at the house. You know, that's what, she's not going to be able to help you with any of that stuff. All right, you're basically going to be, it's almost like being over here by yourself. She's not going to be able to really show you around. Only her barangay, basically. You know, and places she's heard about. All right. And it kind of leads into this next one. It's the unreal expectations that these young women have nowadays over here. They want you to give them that world that they see on TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram. They want that from day one. And they don't understand that most of us don't have that type of TikTok money. You know, they don't realize that most of us, our bank accounts are on life support, you know, in our country. But over here it goes a little bit further. So they're always going to think that you have more than what you really have. But yeah, she's going to want that. She's going to want it right away. So what you're probably going to want to do to get all that out of the way is just maybe buy her a nice phone. And when I say a nice phone, probably, you know, about, you know, $200 or something like that. Now, this is when you're with her. This isn't while you're online. That doesn't even count. That's not even what I'm talking about. None of that counts. None of that online stuff counts, guys. Okay? I'm talking about when you're over here in the Philippines and you meet her. All that other stuff, man, it means absolutely nothing, guys. Don't waste your time. Another con that's going to kind of get to some of us, like me, people who have a conscience, I call it the cringe factor. Because like I said, most of us are 3s and 4s. We're in our 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and you're seen, you know, with this young lady, 18 to 24, and you look like an odd couple, man. You look like Tom and Jerry or something like that. And if you can get over that cringe factor, because it's coming, you know, but after a while, you kind of get used to it, but it's going to take a while to get used to it, because in the back of your mind, you know that you're playing with house money. You know, you're saying like, man, you know, she's only 22 and, you know, I'm 53 or whatever it is. So, you know, you really have to be conscious of this cringe factor, because everywhere you go, people are going to look at you. Even if y'all the same age, they're going to do it, but especially, you know, when you're at the bus station, you're at the mall, you're at the grocery store, the market, you know. And even though they really don't care, it's a cringe factor there, man. Mainly with you, that you're going to have to get past. Because you know you're playing with house money, man. You know you're going to feel guilty, a lot of us do, you know, at first. Because when I first came over here, man, the first woman I ever met over here, she was 41. One was 38, one was 41, because I didn't know that I could date young women over here. The 41-year-old woman told me, she said, "What are you doing with me? Most foreigners come over here, they want a younger woman." I was like, "What do you mean?" She said, "Yeah, it's somebody in their early 20s. I said, I never even thought about it, because she was a very nice-looking woman, but I stuck that in the back of my mind, and when I went home, I got back on the dating site, and all I did was start messaging young women, and man, they started messaging back, and I never went old again until I met, you know, my girlfriend. And I'm satisfied, man. Like I said, I've been on both sides of the aisle. I'm fine where I am now. But yeah, it's a cringe factor at first. When I remember I told you that I was dealing with what I thought was a 22-year-old woman. She was actually 18. When I landed in Cebu Moncton Airport, I got my luggage and I looked out there and saw her. She got these two ponytails down, you know, these skinny, tight jeans, you know, looked just beautiful, but just so young and so innocent. I was really scared to go outside, man, the damn door, you know. Just something in me wouldn't let me do it, but I was like, well, hell, and I just walked out, man, and hell, for the next 6 months, we had a ball together, so I found that she was too young. So, yeah, that cringe factor's going to be there. And the last thing I'll talk about is these women are the future feminists of the Philippines. See, they're getting fed all this information. See, they're growing up online. And, you know, they're getting all this information that Filipinos before were not privy to. You know, all that you don't have to put up with what these men are, you know, what he's doing, and you got other options. You know, what are you doing with that old man? Why don't you just, you know, go to school, get an education, get your own visa, and, you know, just all this stuff. But these are the future feminists. I see it. I see it. She's got a 15-year-old daughter. They don't even think about dealing with foreigners, man. Their mind is somewhere else, guys. I'm telling you now. It's going to get harder and harder and harder to live this fantasy, I want to call it, you know, because they're wising up to the game. You know, in pre-pandemic, see, the Philippine economy was booming, man. It was getting up there to the point where, not that they would ever kick foreigners to the curb, because it's hard to get out of here on a tourist visa or something like that. And then when you do get one of them overseas jobs, a lot of times you got to start out in the Far East, and then maybe Canada, then maybe the United States, you know, depending on who you are. But yeah, they're getting fed a lot of information, and that's why when you come over here, you'll see that it's not the way it used to be, where you can just touch them like that and they'll fall over. Now you may have to take your hand and push them over. You know, it's still, you know, it's not difficult, but you can see where things are changing. So it's like, these are going to be the future feminists of the Philippines, man. So thank y'all so much for stopping by. I just wanted to kind of run that over, because it was supposed to have been on my live stream, but we got talking about something else. It went south real quick, and I never even talked about it. And remember, my channel's for new guys, new men and women who've never been here. All you old cats and hard ankles and salty dogs, man, y'all take this information for granted because you've been here 1,000 times or you've been other places. There's guys who's never been to the Philippines, man. That's the information I'm trying to give them. Don't get in my comments and beat me up, man. I'm trying to give out information that's going to be helpful to other guys. Yeah, they're over here. There's a big pro about that. That's that wow factor, man. It never gets old. I don't care what the situation is, what the circumstances is. Waking up to a young and beautiful Filipino, it never gets old, man. Be honest with yourself. Look in the mirror right now, smile and say, yeah, I'm really a 3, maybe a 4. If I'm casket clean, I'm 5. If I went to somebody's wedding, if I went to church on Easter Sunday, they may give me a 4.5 or 5, guys. So when you're with a yummy 6 or 7 over here, man, 21, 22-year-old, you're going to be in and out of space somewhere, man. I promise you that, guys. So thank you so much for stopping by. You're in America. Let's see. You're in bed. You're asleep. So I'm going to speak to your subconscious mind. When you get up, get ready to go to work, you get your cup of coffee, newspaper, and you see somebody in the street struggling, no matter why, buy them something to eat, buy them something to drink, give them a few dollars. If you're in the Philippines, I guess it's about, I don't know, 3:30, I guess, p.m. on a Thursday afternoon. I'm here. Look at that. Right by the swimming pool. This is a beautiful place. I'm going to do a short video probably later on, but I won't post it until tomorrow, about Monica's place. Thanks again, you dirty puppy. There's no excuse why we shouldn't intentionally go out and help somebody today over here in the Philippines. There's not a day goes by that I don't help somebody over here. I promise you. When we were coming over here, we had to stop at this little sorry store in town. 2 people came in there that knew me, man. They were so happy because they had won off my spin wheel. I mean, really, man, they were just so grateful, so appreciative, man. I was like, wow, it don't take a lot over here to help people, man, you know. Just a willingness, man, to want to help. That's all it takes. You know, so, because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay COVID-free. I'll see you next time. I just want to show y'all just a little bit of what's going on. This is Monica's place. It's a private residence. You can rent it out. It's like an Airbnb sort of situation. I believe it costs $80 a night. But you got 2 swimming pools. You got this whole house back here. And it's 2 bedrooms, kitchen, living room. You got a karaoke on the porch, television, radio. It's got everything in there, guys. Free Wi-Fi. Well, no, the Wi-Fi is 25 pesos a day per gadget. But yeah, this is nice. We got this. It's only me, my girlfriend, the 3 kids, and the grandmother, her mother. We got this whole place to ourselves. We invited some people, but I guess because it started raining, they didn't make it. I think this house over here is a caretaker's house. That's her right there. It's spick and span clean here, guys, inside and out. Thank y'all, man. Take care. I'll see you next time.